Hi, I'm Chris from 30. Welcome to another one of our YouTube product reviews. Today we're up at Vango headquarters having a look at the new range of 2019 AirBeam tents. Okay, so we've got a lot to talk to you about today and all the new stuff that is Vango. So this year they've concentrated a lot on bringing in different fabrics for the whole new range of tents. There's lots of new names, there's lots of new colours, lots of new fabrics to talk about. So we're going to dive straight in the new entry-level range. You'll see in our Vango van awning preview that they've brought out a new range of entry-level tents in the awning range. They've also done the same in their tents. So what have they done? Well, they've brought in a Sentinel Active fabric, which is their starting point, which they're basing everything on, which is 62 grams per square metre. So we're not talking deniers anymore, we're talking grams per square metres, which gives you more of an indication of the strength and quality of the material than a denier does, really. So this is their kind of starting point. So this tent here comes in around about 350 quid. It's called the Winslow 500. So the basic features you get with this, being a Vango tent, you get the TBS, so you're getting the tension band system where you're pulling the triangulation points, putting that up there, and then the idea is it gives the tent a bit more structural stability. You're getting the air beams running through it. You'll see with these ones they're not pre-bent, they're just a curve, so you're not getting all the headroom you might get in the more sort of higher end style of tents. The windows you're getting in these, so you're actually getting what they're calling climate control windows, where you've got the fabric kind of mesh here and then a window at the bottom, and then the actual curtain itself is done from the outside, so you pull that down. These are all on the entry level tents, so there's no ventilation in there, so that the idea of that is it's bringing entry level kind of price points to the tent without having to put lots of different more stitching through the bottom of the tent to give it the ventilation it needs. 5 berth with a small divider and then some more ventilation at the top there. Then you're moving to Sky 500 over the other side, and then you've got a vis-a-vis Huxley Air 400, so you've got the bedrooms at each end, so fit 2 at one end, 2 at the other. Again, it's that kind of tent that where you want to separate the living area, or you separate the bedrooms with the living area. Again, using the climate control windows. You've got the standard twist lock valves coming with these. Yeah, I mean, this just brings in AirBeam tents at a slightly more affordable price for those people that don't want to spend the world on it. Okay, so moving on from those ones, we're still in the Experience collection with the Sentinel Active fabrics. So we've got the long lead here, which kind of brings in, this is kind of replacing the Capri 800 XL, or what was a Centauro, where you got the vis-a-vis bedroom, but a bit bigger, more of a family size. And the one tent that we're really quite excited to see this year is the Star Grove 600 XL. Now, for us down in Cornwall, we sell a lot of family-orientated tents. We sell a lot of kind of tents for people to enjoy their holiday in, and this tent is kind of hitting every point that we would sell a tent for a family, and more really for the price. So this is coming in at 650 quid. You've got your front door that closes in this kind of living area, outside living area, so you've got this porch area, and then you're walking into the living area, and then you've got your bedrooms at the back, so you've got 2, 2 and 2. You'll also see that even though it is in their entry level price point, you have got the pre-bent beams in this, so you've got head height to the edge, you've still got the climate control windows, you've still got the tension band systems, you've got mesh on the door, and then with all of the tents this year where they've got an enclosed canopy at the front, they're using mesh on these windows rather than having the kind of the non-breathable plastic in the windows. They've put mesh here again just to allow airflow through the tent, which gives a lot less condensation throughout the whole tent. I think this one coming in at 650 will be a real big hit for us, because this layout is so popular with people. So yeah, really pleased with this one actually. Moving on and upwards into the next collection, so we're now moving into the XL collection. So behind me we've got the Chileno 400, which is actually pretty much what we would have used to call the Capri 400 you're looking at, but obviously you can see this year it's no longer in the green colour, we're now running in the blue colour. That tells us that we've got a new fabric. So the fabric on this is the Sentinel Dura. We talked a little bit a minute ago about how the thickness of the fabrics affect it. So what we're talking about here is, instead of 62 grams, which was in the previous range, we're now into 68 grams. So we're getting thicker, we're getting 30% more lifespan in the actual tent itself, so the fabric is 30% stronger, which should give a lot more lifespan to the fabric. We're also now moving into colour lock. So what the idea behind colour lock is that they're basically impregnating the fabric with a colour locking system, which is, well, they've basically put a patent on it, but it will allow the fabric to keep its colour for twice as long, so it doesn't fade in the UV light. You're also going into a UPF 50 rather than UPF 30 in the previous range, which again is basically how much ultraviolet light the fabric will block out. So you're getting nearly double the amount of that. And yeah, so basically you're getting the fabric a huge upgrade from the previous fabric, and yeah, just giving you a bit more kind of value for money for your tent and a longer lasting tent. So enough about fabrics, let's move on to the tent itself. So we've got the fiberglass canopy pole, no air in that. They have actually updated the front on all of these to give you webbing straps, so that, again, giving you a little bit more strength and durability on it, because guy ropes can be not as, well, they're just not as strong as these webbing straps. These give a lot more force, you can pull on them a lot tighter. And then moving inside, you've got the standard windows with toggle up curtains. You've got the lights out inner with the divider, fully integral ground sheet like in the last range that we were talking about. You've got the lower venting on it as well. There's no sign of prevent poles in this. Capri's never had a prevent pole, so you do get a little bit of a feeling of no kind of headroom inside it, especially being the 400. You will notice, obviously, we're still in the XL collection. Last year's blue tents, they did have the skylights. We're not getting any skylights in this. We've got the Skytrack 2 running all the way down to the bottom on that one, and then we do have some cable entry points as well. Okay, so the Cellino comes in a 400 and a 500. So 500, obviously, you're just getting an extra berth, so a bit wider, which does give you a little bit more headroom when you're in the 500. Santo 400, no canopy on this one, so it is full air. Never been too certain about this one. You do get the pre-bent beams, so a bit more feeling of space, but actually it's kind of a small tent. You've got that front sort of sandwich cheese wedge door, which can let rain in when it's not great weather. Not particularly fussed on this one, if I'm honest. At the Amalfi, we've stocked the Amalfi this year. It's a really, really nice tent. We looked at this last year. Again, this was in the green fabric last year. It's running with the same sort of feature set. Lots of windows, lots of big kind of open space, so lots of light coming into it. And when you walk in, it just gives you this really big feeling of space, height. These pre-bent beams are very upright, and then again coming across the top, so yeah, just a big feeling of space in this tent. If you want a kind of small packing size tent that actually opens up into a nice big space but without being oversized for living area, then this is a great option. You've got your standard features like we were talking about. You've got your dividing curtain, so there's basically 2 rooms in here, 1 3-man, 1 2-man. You've got your mesh on the doors, you've got your lower end venting, you've got your Skytrack, you've got all your curtains on these that you can pull down and toggle in. But yeah, as a kind of bigger size, or smaller but bigger tent, this is a great size. And then you've got your eyebrow pole just to stop. It's kind of like it gives you a bit of a rain safe style of door. Moving over, so the Capri, just one other thing, this comes in the 400, 500 and 600. The 500 for me is kind of the good size, because you get, yeah, like I was saying, it's a nice size. Moving across to the Capri XL collection, so they still kept with the Capri name in the XL, purely because it's such a good seller for us, and I'm sure it just, the space you get in it, the size you get in it, it just really works as a kind of tent. So canopy out the front, you know, your cooking area, your kind of hanging stuff in, your kind of muddy area if you want to take shoes off and then keep this area clean. That's what this bit's for. You can obviously get a vestibule on the front, so a porch door that will sit over the front to close this off if you do want to. But just in general, like the way that this is laid out, you get a nice big living area. You know, you can sit in here, you can be comfortable in here. If it's raining like it is at the moment outside, you can just use this area as a nice livable space. You've got a door on the side here, just to give you extra access. And then you've got the 2 and 3 size bedroom. You've got all your TBS running through it. You've got your lower end venting, all your toggle up curtains with all the windows. just, yeah, great family size without being overly expensive. So moving out, so this one comes in a Capri 400 XL, again slightly narrower, 500 XL, which is this one, 600 XL, which gets slightly wider. The one that's brand new for this season, which we're really quite pleased with, giving a better price point, is this one behind us. We're just going to check on the name. This is called the Azura 600 XL. So this is actually coming at 800 quid, which for me is kind of the price point for this style of tent. You've got a full air frame, so there's no fiberglass pole threading on this one. You've got your canopy door. You've got your internal kind of wet zone, muddy area that you can, you can put your stuff or you can cook in. This fully opens up as well, so you've got your little toggle here, which will fully open up the whole front section. And then moving into the living area, it's kind of like a Rivendell or a Taiga, but at a better price, basically. 800 quid, that is the money point for this kind of tent, I would say. You've got your mesh front door here, and then, like I said earlier, all of these windows at the front now, when they've got an enclosed canopy, now come as a mesh, again to give you much more breathability, much more airflow through the tent to stop the condensation. You've got your Skytrack running through it, Skytrack 2 on the back here, so you can, you've got full hanging, and then you've got bedrooms that will allow 3 different hanging curtains, so you've got 3 different bedrooms running throughout the whole thing, and back end ventilation as well. Side door, there is no mesh on the side doors on this level, but you still got your TBS, so your tension band system, again keeping it nice and sturdy for this size of tent, important, because if you are getting kind of windy conditions, you do need to make sure all pegged out with the guy lines and also with the extra straps that are coming on the front, just to give it that stability. So really, really good price point for this tent. I really like that one. The merino on the left, or your right, that's basically that's new in the range, but again it's kind of like more of a Centaura or the Capri 800 XL. So you're getting vis-a-vis style bedrooms, one at each end, and then a living area in the middle. Kind of not so popular anymore. It's not kind of something that we sell a lot of. And then the Taiga carries on in the range. Taiga is kind of renowned for being just super wide. It's their widest tent. It's big. It's kind of does what it says. It's massive. Rain safe door on the side, and a big living area. This does give you a kind of big area in the sleeping area. The advantage of it being so big, it does give you the extra space in here to fit your larger air beds and stuff. So you've got a 3-man or a wider 2-man, and then a single bedroom. And then there are some bedroom pockets in there as well. And then you've got your large living area and your front storage porch area at the front there as well. So a couple of things that make the Taiga pretty unique within the range. It's got this door system that you can kind of have. You can have one side up, one side half up, and basically just utilise it so that you've got shelter from one side if needs be. So it's quite a unique door. But the one thing about the Taiga, which I don't know, I mean, kind of at its price point, you would kind of think they'd have removed it by now, is the fact that it still has a fiberglass pole threading through. I mean, I'm sure it's to do with cost and bits and pieces, but when you're looking at the one that we just looked at, the Azura next door, and then you look at the Taiga, with that one you're getting full air. This one you're moving in and you're getting a pole in it. Other little features that you get with this one, you get the mesh door on the side panel, again for a bit more on the side door, so for a bit more ventilation. And then moving over to the Valencia. So the Valencia is renamed, and it was from memory from the Verona last year, which was in the green fabric. It was kind of, we looked at it in last year's preview quite a lot because we really liked the design of the tent. It kind of came out a little bit in the middle, and they've refined it basically. So what have we got? We've got a full sleeping section at the back, living area, and then your kind of wet canopy porch area where you can eat, you can cook. On the side you've got a rain safe side door coming through, and then the product feature that really sold this last year was firstly the width, but also the fact that you get storage area out the back. So You know, we've all been there for camping, we know how much stuff we take away. There's just nowhere to put all the stuff. So what Vango have done is they've allowed for a storage area out the back. But let's look at that in a second. So what we're getting in this one, we're getting a full barn door at the front that you can open up fully. So supporting a little bit there, you can totally open this up to give you a large canopy area. Running through, full air frame here, which does dip down a little bit. And then you've got your mesh window here, giving you the airflow that you need. This is this part here is the only part that's the door. This part here doesn't open up. It has got a full zip up section though, so that so you can just totally block this off as a curtain, and then the rest are toggle up curtains. There is a mesh on the side door as well, give that ventilation. And like I said, there's a rain safe door on there. You've got all your TBS and a nice large kind of living area. And then coming into the bedrooms, you've got the sort of double, smaller double, large double, and then your smaller double, all with clip-in dividers. No zips on this level. And then moving through, you can move through just to the side. This is where you get all your storage space. So you can use this area. I mean, there's a toilet in this back here. So one of the thrones from Vango, you could use this part as a toilet area as well if you needed to. And then, yeah, got all your storage area at the back. And then there is a doorway out the back here as well. And then all your guy ropes that you're using here are, again, like we said earlier, they're using the webbing straps to give a bit more strength and sturdiness. Okay, so we're moving now from the Excel range into the exclusive range. So what we're getting with the exclusive range this year, with a move from the blue fabric into the green fabric, and the other range, the Excel range, has moved back into the blue. So we're pretty much standing in front of what would have been the Adorus, but with its updated fabric. So they've called this one the Barley 600 XL. So what we're getting with the fabric, we're now going into the Sentinel exclusive fabric, which is 102 grams per meter squared, instead of the previous Sentinel Dura fabric, which is 68 grams per meter squared. So we're kind of we're doubling the thickness almost, and you can really feel it. So what we're getting with double the thickness, we're getting more durability, more strength, more UV resistance. So still at 50 UPF, and we're moving up to 5,000 hydrostatic head rather than the 4,000 in the last one. So overall, basically what we're getting here is just a more durable tent. So let's have a look at the features of the tent. So the exclusive range, you get your zip up curtains, you get your full framed AirBeam, so all the canopies will now be air. Moving inside of the tent, you're actually getting double doors with mesh. You've got a rain safe pole with an aluminium pole as well. So a rain safe door with an aluminium pole on this one. You're getting your sky track, obviously. You're getting your darker bedrooms. These are actually nice and dark, these ones, with your pelmets over the front. And then your pockets to the side. You've got your cable entry points. Just generally kind of upping the spec on the whole tent itself. So on the side of us, we've got the Maui 500 XL. Not quite sure where this one fits in the range. It's kind of almost like an Amalfi, but a little bit bigger with the up-spec fabric. But comparatively, this one you're getting doors in the sides. You're not getting any doors in that. It's just a larger living area with a bedroom at the back with an aluminium eyebrow pole. It kind of, not sure if that works in this level of fabric and level of kind of in the exclusive range. So moving over from the Barley 600, we're now moving into the Fiji 600. So the Fiji 600 is pretty much where the Rivendell was last year, but with the updated fabric, with some of the updated features. So what we're getting with Fiji. So Fiji, you're getting the front door, which you've not had in the Barley next door, so you're getting a full enclosed canopy. With the enclosed canopy, you get your mesh breathable doors. So again, lots more airflow running through. You've got the option of having a bedroom here. These are only optional extras now. They don't come with the tent. They don't call them the 800. You can buy a bedroom to put up in it. You've got your darker bedrooms. You can see that they are darker. You've got your zip up. So no longer are the bits in here toggle curtains. They are fully enclosed zipped privacy curtains, and the zips stay on the floor again, so that if you do unzip it and you want to lay a bed over it, it doesn't kind of affect the shape of the whole bedroom compartment, and then you've, again, like I said earlier, you've got all your pelmets, and then you've got your pockets in the pocket organisers. You've got your eyebrow pole on this side, eyebrow door with an eyebrow pole on it, and then mesh door again on this side, so you've got dual entrance and exits, all your TBS and your lower level venting. And then we do have actually this year a cable entry point, so if you want to run your lighting out into the porch area, you can take it through at high level, so you're not getting tripping over through the doorway through all your cables. Okay, right, next in the exclusive collection, we're going to go over to the Tahiti, which is brand... No, wait 2 seconds. Before we look at that, this is brand new for them. So it's a new design, it's a new style of tent. So we're going to look at that in a minute, and we're going to carry on an exclusive collection in their poly cotton, so their technical cotton. So what we're calling this the Sentinel Signature fabric. This is the Utopia 500 in the technical cotton, so giving you a bit more of a kind of maybe a couples style of. I mean, you can see how they've set this one up. It really works as a couples tent. So you've got your double air bed, and then you've got a bit of a storage. If you did have a few more people come in, you could always use it for it. But I would suggest this probably works better as a bit more of a couples tent. It's a nice size, it's a nice space. We've talked a lot about technical cotton in the past. The idea with the technical cotton is it gives a lot more breathability. So people going away abroad into the hot kind of south of France or into Spain, this tent really works. The idea behind technical cotton is it's a natural fabric, and it allows breathability through the tent. Basically, the fibres themselves, they kind of are apart, so they're kind of like a fibres that stay apart like that, and when it's dry it allows airflow through the tent and breathability through the tent, and then when it rains all those fibres swell up and theoretically close up, and they stop any water from getting into the tent. And it really works. Like, we have these on display outside at our showroom all the time, and it never gets wet, and it really does work. And when you walk in and it's a hot day, you really feel like you are a lot cooler in that sort of tent than you are on a nylon sort of polyester tent. So that's Utopia. Moving on to probably what would have been traditionally our bestseller. This is the Solace. So we've always sold the Solace 400, which is a narrower version of this. Now they've brought out a Solace 500 XL, which gives you a lot more room. So this, I can envisage a lot of people using this as a family tent to go down to the south of France or to Spain on a European holiday where it is going to be really, really hot, and they want that extra bit of space and something like the Solace, but without it being too big and too heavy to take with you, because the problem with polycotton, or the potential problem with polycotton, is it's quite heavy. So really great space in this. Still got the Solace 400, we're still going to be doing that because it is super popular, but this just gives you another option for space. So Solace 500 XL, we really like this one. So let's have a look at the layout of the bedrooms in the back of this Solace 500. So in the back of this, we've got room for a 3 berth or 2 running that way, and then a 2 berth, or if you wanted this as storage, you could use it as that. And then you've got your rain safe eyebrow pole running over the side door on that, with full mesh and polycotton door, and then you've got a door on the other side as well, so you've got multiple entries on that. All zip up curtains and all very high quality webbing straps running down the front. Moving over to the next one, this is the Illusion 600. So we've actually lost the Illusion 600 out of the range of standard sort of the previous year's exclusive collection, and we've only got the Illusion in the polycotton now. So we've got the Illusion TC 600 in the Sentinel Signature fabric. So we're moving into the fully enclosed canopy. So you obviously get the porch door on the front of this, which means you get your mesh window, going in, fully integral ground sheet, zip up windows, skylights, pelmets over the front. You've got a 2 bedroom configuration. It's actually one full bedroom. There's no sometimes there's like a dividing link that you can drop this down, but you can't on this one. It's got all the zips that you can undo and divide them, and then you've got your rain safe door on that side and another door on multiple entries on there. Okay, so now moving swiftly over to the kind of flagship model for the year. So this is the Tahiti 800 XL. It also comes in a 600 XL. The only difference between 600 and the 800 XL is the fact that you've got an extra bedroom pod on the side there. So you can see on the side. You've got kind of like almost like either a storage area, a bedroom pod. A lot of people, there's been some similar tents, like the Camper Bergen do it, where you've got a kind of extra bedroom section or a toilet section or a storage section, kind of like a larder. So that one comes with it in the 800. 600, that's chopped off, not there. But the beauty of this is it's got this villa construction, so super upright poles, super upright air beams, and then you've got this massive door that comes on it, and it's got 15 different configurations. So you've got loops and loops and toggles all the way down the door. You can have it in 15 different ways. We've actually got a little sheet that will show you. Bear with me. Let's have a look. All the different configurations. So that's the roll away. So you've got it fully closed. You can have it half open. You can have it third open. You can have it singly. Just giving you loads of different options to keep the wind out, or to just basically how you need it. So nice feature to this. You've also got a door. Actually, let's go around into the door. So you've got a rain safe door on the actual canopy. So if you've got, kind of doesn't might not make sense when you've got this whole door open, but if you had this whole barn door shut, then this could be you can leave this fully shut, and you've got a little entrance through into the porch. A massive space, massive living space. It's huge. Loads of height. You can see, like, literally you can pretty much stand fully in the corners where the poles are coming through. Like I was saying a minute ago, you've got this whole bedroom compartment that comes with it. There's no door out the back of it or anything. It is purely sort of bedroom configuration or storage. And then you've got big bedrooms. So these are what they're calling the king size bedrooms. So you can fit pretty much double mattress in throughout all of these. Two doors either, well, one door this side, and you would get a door on the 800 on the in the 600 on the other side. All the zip up curtains, and then your big flying kind of barn door at the front, and then your porch door with all the 15 different configuration, low level vents as well. And then you've got I was saying earlier about your little kind of attention to detail, so you can now bring your electricals and lights out into the porch area when this door is fully shut. Let's just quickly have a look at this door, so give you an idea of the space in the canopy and see what we've got on the door. Okay, so we've got mesh on there, breathability. Awesome, and then a massive porch area. That's cool. Nice design, and you can see the benefits of this door now. So if you did have that shut up, you could just use that as a little side entrance. Okay, so this year's elite range basically features only 2 tents, both of which are called the Anantara. So this is the Anantara TC. There is also an Anantara in the elite range with the Sentinel Pro fabric, which is basically the same fabric as all of the awnings. It's what used to be kind of similar to the 420 denier ripstop, so super durable, really tough. They're saying it's 245% thicker than the Sentinel Active, so that's starting range fabric. So really strong. It's also 6,000 hydrostatic head. This one we're looking at is the technical cotton. It's the same fabric as what we've just looked at in the brown ones, but actually they've changed the colour of it in this nice grey. It's soft grey. It's it looks really clean. It's really nice. Just to kind of give it that slight difference, so people know it's from the elite collection. And it's basically just the top spec. It's got their new flagship design. So this really cool new door. It's with the rain safe porch on the side going into the porch. And then it's just got everything kind of feature-wise that you can possibly kind of want in a tent. So you've got the villa construction, so really high size, so nice and high. We'll obviously, for those taller people, you're not going to be bending over in it. This area here has this put-down ground sheet out in the kind of porch area. You've got the same design as what we've just looked at in the Tahiti. So lots and lots of space. You've got the dual entrance on this one with all the TBS, all the zip up curtains with the skylights in them. The windows on these as well are they've gone a lot thicker, so I think they were 0.18. I think they've gone to sort of 0.24 thickness, so you don't get this kind of when the folds are falling out and the creases are falling out from it impact, you don't get this kind of, you get a lot more clarity through the window, so they are a lot more clear. And then the bag as well, they've changed up the bag, they've got some new features. The one annoying thing about folding up a tent is kind of getting it to the right size to go into the bag, so they've given you a maximum packing width, and then they've got away with the old kind of tiny little ties that you end up just getting onto the end of a knot to pack it away with, and they've given you these big webbing straps. So the big webbing straps, you basically roll your tent up to this width, roll it onto the bag and get it to just about here, wants to roll with this over the other side, and then you're pulling all this all the way over the top, clipping it in with your tent in the middle, and then you're then pulling it up, and then you just roll it into this really high-sided bag which has double loops on both sides, so for two people with bent knees, straight back, you can lift in that into the car, and it's a lot easier and a lot more convenient. So this is the hero product. Like I said, this comes in the Sentinel Pro fabric, and that will be coming in a green. So yeah, really kind of bomb-proof fabric, will last you a long time, and it's just a really high-end model. Okay, so one just quick overview. We've just looked here. The Sentinel, the Anantara 600 actually comes in a grey double ripstop fabric. So the Sentinel Pro, it's the same colour as their awnings in this kind of grey. So you've got the grey technical cotton, and then you've got the grey Sentinel Pro fabric with the double ripstop. So it's grey, not green. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching our preview this year. If you've got any questions, then drop us a line below in the YouTube comments, or give us an email on info@30.co.uk, or give us a call at the shop on 01726 893010. We're super happy to take all your calls and all your questions. I hope you've enjoyed watching this year's review. Thanks guys for watching. Have a great day.